Studio Oz, please, please hold it together for 2 more damn episodes. But yeah, really rough episode when it comes to the animation. I think at this point I just want Oz to get through this and let's just finish this up. I'm already this invested in the series that the fact that nothing's animated really doesn't bother me too much, but it's still something I bring up every impressions now that I realize it. But yeah, anyways, that aside, Kurokawa apparently still alive. He just kind of fused with the Tetsugen, which I maybe will explain that at some point. It kind of jumped to my head like, wait, why is he saying Akiboshi? Is that going to insinuate some sort of connection the Tetsugen have to the bloodline of Bisco? No, it's just Kurokawa apparently. His mind is within the Tetsugen, which I'm only saying that because it seems like Milo has made the assumption that Kurokawa is this thing now, because he immediately, after I was saying, yeah, bloodline, what? And then Milo shows up and says, Kurokawa, I'm gonna take you down. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that's what we're doing. Milo apparently is assuming that is Kurokawa. So, yeah, Kurokawa's mind is apparently infused with the Tetsugen, which, again, at this point really does make me want to have answers to the Tetsugens. Like, that we need, please, by the next 2 episodes to finish this core out, please let us know, what is a Tetsugen? Like, what are they? Again, my assumption is that they are these things that were created for military purposes, and they went crazy and destroyed much lands. Again, they've insinuated that there's Tetsugens elsewhere, that 6 of them possibly are here. So yeah, which I don't know if I'd mentioned that before, but the fact that they went out of their way to say that there was the myth that there was a 6th Tetsugen, to go out of their way to mention that there is an unknown possibility of another one, leads me to believe that it's probably going to be something like, I don't know, Bisco as a Tetsugen, or Milo's bloodline as a Tetsugen. Somebody's bloodline is a Tetsugen, so be prepared for that. That's gonna probably happen. But yeah, this episode, like I said, other than it being really rough and barely anything moving, interesting. Really more centered around the idea that, okay, once this plant goes down and everybody's trying to get the survivors out of there, bam, here's a Tetsugen. Tetsugen has awakened. It's active now, and interesting to see what the Tetsugen is. Like, what is it? Like, why is it feared? Obviously, it's feared because it creates this rust wind, but at the same time, what are these things that are active? And we're getting a picture of that, like what these things do. And again, it kind of leads it towards that idea of it being some sort of war machine that was created in the past, because this thing is obliterating stuff. It is creating basically mushroom clouds and spewing rust on everything. It's impervious to pretty much everything, which again kind of pushes you to wonder what happened to all these Tetsugens. What took them down? Did they just break down, or was there something that actually was able to defeat it back when it first happened? The assumption is that Mushroom Keepers and stuff weren't around back when these Tetsugens showed up. The Tetsugens showing up brought about the Mushroom Keepers is the assumption, but I mean, at least with society that it was before the Tetsugens showed up, started taking out everything, maybe there was something that could take them out. But I don't know. Yeah, Milo in this episode really did take on the persona of Bisco. At some point, it seems like he injected himself with something, which I'm assuming is probably Bisco's blood, to essentially draw Kurokawa, the Tetsugen, towards him, because it was obviously looking for Bisco. So it's almost as if he took on the persona of a Bisco, took in his blood, and said, all right, I'm Bisco now, let's do this. Which was really cool. I did like that aspect. It really does seem like Milo at this point has gone through enough that he's pretty much become the next Bisco. Literally taking it into himself, just like he told Jabby when Jabby's asked, where's Bisco at? And he's like, he's right here. He's now within me. He's going to live on within me. It's really definitely portraying that. So I'll be interested to see how that kind of spans out. And again, I'm still assuming Bisco's alive. We haven't even seen his body at this point, and they keep talking about bringing out his body from this plant. So again, either it's trapped inside of this Tetsugen along with Kurokawa, or what. I'm not believing it until we see him buried at this point. So they fake out enough with this series, and everybody seems to be super impervious to everything. Happy to see Chiduru. Chiduru showed up. Yay! I'm so glad to see her. Having her kind of show up with all these other, people to watch, and her ridiculing them for basically fleeing rather than helping fight the Tetsugen, which is obviously heading towards her town, and having that aspect of everybody's just so focused on, we need Pawu to lead us. And she's like, what are you guys talking about? This is your job. Get it done, kind of thing. So we'll see if she gets involved with the whole situation. Hopefully she doesn't get hurt. I'm still cheering for her to be a part of the show. But yeah, I didn't actually think that this It's one of those things where Kurokawa mentions this idea of creating this like canon. I thought it was like, I didn't think it was literal. Like I thought it was like I'm creating a canon. I figure it would be something like okay, so we're just gonna, push the wind this direct. I didn't think it was literally a cannon and the elephant. So yeah, when they start showing the elephant and it's all building up, it's building up the power of the rust and it's about to shoot out this stupid elephant. I'm like, what? Oh, okay, so the elephant is the cannon. Sure, okay, this show's so weird. I love it. And that's really where I get my frustration with the quality of the actual animations. It's like, sadly, I feel like this is gonna be one of those series that just kind of goes down as it had a lot of potential, but it wasn't really animated, and that's gonna be the sticking point for a lot of people in recommending it. Is like, yeah, sure, if you like to not see what's happening and you're stuck watching stills instead, that it's out of love. Like, my frustration with the animation is out of love. I want this show to be really good. I want this show to be really successful, and I don't see it being there with the quality they're kind of pushing out. But it still has style, and having Pawu chuck a gigantic gorilla boxer at an elephant cannon. Sure, let's do it. Let's do it. And then having a bunch of soldiers shooting tanks at a gigantic, I was calling it an angel. I'm laughing like, you can't take out an angel with cannons. Have you not watched Evangelion? This is obviously from the world that had Terminator 2 at least, so they should have had Evangelion in their archives, and they know they can't take them out. They have to get an angel. They're an Evangelion. They have to get an Evangelion. So, you foolish people. But yeah, surfing archer, crazy cannons. The merchants apparently decided to get involved as well, which I think they were mushroom keepers, if I remember correctly, so they're a little better with the whole rust aspect as well. But we'll see where it goes from here. There's obviously the fear of them. If this Tetsujin exists again, it could possibly wipe out Japan again, so there's a little bit of fight for humanity at this point, and I'll be interested to see how it closes up. We obviously still have 2 more episodes, so hopefully this fight doesn't take 3 episodes to get through, but hopefully, because we have 2 episodes left, again, my biggest ask is that we explain what the Tetsujin are within one of those 2 episodes, wrap it up with taking it out, hopefully finally get rid of Kurokawa. I doubt it. He'll probably still even live through this being a Tetsujin, but we'll see. But yeah, that's my thoughts on episode 10 of Sabikui Bisco. Unfortunately, mostly action, so not too much to talk about, but interesting to see Kurokawa fuse with the Tetsujin and this idea that the Mushroom Keepers obviously are impervious to the rust, so we'll see how that plays out for Bisco if he's still there, but that's my thoughts on Sabikui Bisco episode 10. If you like this video, please leave a like down below, comment, let me know what's all the episodes, subscribe if you haven't already, share this video if you can, support us on Patreon, or throw a tips link in the description below. There's also a Discord link there we can join. We have a channel for Sabikui Bisco, so if you want to discuss it, definitely jump on there, and y'all take care.